We're taking this, 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 we're taking with a pinch of salt.
Dear ERA community, welcome to the new episode A Pinch of Salt, proposed by ERA. This is George Kosmadakis, your today's host. You see, today I'm behaving myself. And that's because in front of me I have the big boss, the new president of ERA, Professor Roser Torra from Fundació Puigvert, Autonomous University of Barcelona. Yes, sir. We are in Stockholm in the ERA Congress, and she stole some minutes between two sessions to meet us and discuss one of the hottest subjects in medical and non-medical grounds lately, artificial intelligence. I suppose you do not need an introduction for that. What we have seen up to now is a preparation, a training for the evolutions to come. Mrs. President, it is a huge honor and a pleasure for us to have you in the podcast series, A Pinch of Salt.
Thank you very much. Well, the pleasure is mine. You say AI, artificial intelligence. I think we are at the beginning of it, but it will change everything. Well, not everything, but a lot of things. But first, we should know what AI stands for. Well, AI, artificial intelligence, is a science that involves creating machines that can imitate human intelligence and learn. And this last word is key, learn. So we are used to, let's say, traffic lights, for example. They are red, green, yellow. But this is not machine learning. Machine learning would be if they change based on traffic, on people crossing these traffic lights. So this is machine learning. Otherwise, it's just programmed machines.
Right. So this is a machine learning and a natural language processing?
Well, yeah, these are two super important areas of artificial intelligence. By the way, I didn't say I'm not a super expert in that field. I'm just interested in this field. But yes, we should define what is machine learning. It is in fact a subset of artificial intelligence that involves algorithms and statistical methods also designed to learn from training data. It's useful to identify patterns, to make predictions, even to take decisions, board decisions, I would say, without being explicitly programmed to do so. There are like three types of learning: supervised learning, where you label your data; unsupervised learning, where from big data, the machine extracts some conclusions; and reinforced learning, which is not very used in medicine. I would say it's much more like automatic driving and so on. But all these tools are for sure based on very good data. So any artificial intelligence tool should be trained on excellent data and test this data. Testing data and validating data is essential. I have the example, for example, of dialysis. Dialysis gathers huge amount of data. So you can extract a lot of data from dialysis, and from this data, if you, for example, label the patient saying, okay, all these patients had whatever, hypotension during dialysis. So the algorithm, the machine, whatever we call it, can extract data and end up with the conclusion that all those who had hypotension were on whatever drug or had a certain condition, had a certain baseline blood pressure. So this is one example of machine learning in nephrology. And then we have this other, I wouldn't say field, because in fact it's also machine learning, but it's natural language processing. It is a field of AI or machine learning that deals with interaction between computers and human language. It aims to enable computers to understand and generate natural language, as well as to perform various tasks such as text generation, text classification, machine translation, and information extraction. So we know very well ChatGPT, this is text generation, but something that is super useful in our area is natural language processing, like extracting data from our electronic health records, for example. We can give some keywords or some patterns to the algorithm, to the machine, whatever, and then the algorithm will be able to extract patients, for example, that fulfill this criteria, and learn from these patients. So it's not only extracting, it's not giving rules. So we're moving from the rule-based approach to one that relies heavily on machine learning. So I would say this is the key difference from what we used to do with just extraction of data. And also, machine learning is able to extract data from images, what we say unstructured data, from images, from reports, from our reports from every visit to the patient. So I think it's a promising tool. Yeah.
So we will be launching the software, and you will be searching specific patterns that we ask him to do, and he will give us associations and probable solutions to this.
Yeah, sure. For example, new drugs, and you need to pick up patients that fulfill certain criteria for a clinical trial, for example, or you have a new drug already approved but has a certain indication, and then you can find the patients also based on that. So I think it has several different use cases in medicine and in nephrology.
So it will change the way we diagnose and we treat our patients. Yeah,
in a way, AI will provide us diagnostic tools that will, they will enhance equity in terms of managing and diagnosing our patients. Some diseases are really rare, and we do not expect to have everywhere an expert in these rare diseases. So machine learning support tool it will never replace the physician, but still it will be great help. And for sure, we are already there in imaging, histology, and radiology, of course. But even for diagnosing our nephrology patients, yes, for sure. I imagine, tools that you introduce your patient data and they come out with suggestions for certain diseases.
That's a wonderful perspective. So I have read an article. It was saying that the first specialty that will disappear with artificial intelligence are the radiologists, effectively. I didn't hear. Dear colleagues, don't worry. I heard nothing about nephrologists. We are too precious.
Yeah, we are too precious. In fact, nephrologists are one of the specialties that are very far in the list of specialties at risk to disappear, because we need to take our patients' hand, and we need to be understanding with them, and we need to know how adherent they are to the treatment, what are their life experiences, their family. All this cannot be done by a machine, so don't worry, they need us.
They need us. So I suppose that today, as we speak, artificial intelligence is not yet in practice, or is it somewhere?
I would say it is somewhere already. Histology, radiology, analysis of electrocardiograms. There are already some prediction tools that are pretty useful. The group of Necker, for example, led by Alexander Lupi, they made a great job, and they are making a great job with a prediction tool for the kidney graft.
Based on
on AI, on lots of patients, of centers that contributed with their data. So it is mandatory to validate your data with in different settings, different types of hospitals, different areas, geographical areas. So this is absolutely needed to get the approval of authorities, because at the end of the day, this is a tool that will heavily affect our decisions. So yes, it's absolutely mandatory to validate your data, but also in other diseases. So for example, IgA nephropathy and other diseases, they have some predictive tools that I would say need some more work to be done and more validation, but they are really promising. And I think that will help personalized medicine, definitely.
Personalized medicine. So AI is going to be a tool that will change our practice, our way of working.
I think it will benefit both patients and ourselves. It can shorten the times for diagnosis. It can, as I said, personalize medicine and procure a better management for our patients, more directed to the particular characteristics of our patient. So it will be a help. It won't replace it, but it will be a help. And also something that I think we are all looking for, to decrease our administrative work burden. This is terrible for us. I think we all agree we hate this. We like being physicians, but not spending time on administrative issues. And this probably will decrease by AI.
This sounds like music to me and to a lot of colleagues, if it will reduce the administrative burden for us. But thankfully, from what you said, I feel reassured. Who will not be unemployed?
Of course not. No, not at all.
Not at all.
Medicine is an art.
It is an art, and we are artists.
And we put our heart in it. So, machines do not have heart.
So, dear colleagues, this is the first chat about AI, and I think in the years to come we might have other podcasts concerning this evolving tool. So thank you very much. And do you have anything else to say about AI?
I don't know, many things, but no, let's make it short.
Let's make it short. So I will get to the typical questions we ask all our guests. So, dear professor, if you were in a desert island, which book, 2 songs, and luxury item would you take with you?
Well, as a book, I think I would take The Clan of the Cave Bear. I've read that years ago, but I loved it. And I think it could be very helpful because it's about the Ice Age, when the Neanderthals and Cro-Magnons lived together side by side, and how they thrive for survival. So that will be helpful in this island.
Who wrote it?
And Maria Well, I think. Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. Which are the 2 songs?
2 songs. Well, I like a lot musicals, so I would say one of the musicals, The Miserables, for example.
Oh.
Yeah, I love it. And now another one, Coldplay, Viva la Vida.
Coldplay is becoming very popular in the nephrological community. I can tell you that you're not the first.
Let's use it for the next opening ceremony, maybe.
Oh, that's a wonderful idea. What about the luxury item in this desert island?
Well, I have to confess I'm very picky regarding sleeping, so I would love a very nice bed with a nice pillow and cover and everything for a good rest.
So you're not the first who is asking for something to I suppose nephrologists have some sleep disorders because it's something that we listen a lot, or they are too smart, to take care of their quality of life. This is a wonderful thing. I usually ask questions about the towns, but Barcelona, everybody knows. I will ask something more personal and very up to date. How does it feel to be a new ERA president?
Well, I won't focus on today because I may have just 1,000 of photos, and it was exhausting and
Yes.
shaking hands. But no, I think it's a big challenge. I'm very fortunate to inherit a society that is very alive, and Professor Warner did a great job. So it's in a very good shape. We have more than 26,000 members, which is amazing. 9,000 attendees to this Congress. So I'm super happy. What I would like to achieve is a sense of community with all members, especially in Europe and surrounding Mediterranean countries. I would love to promote mobility across Europe, achieve the best education we can provide for our professionals to deliver the best care for our patients, because we have to bear in mind that patients are our first goal. I mean, it's the main purpose why we are here. It's not about ourselves, it's about our patients.
Well, I drink to that, and I hope you the best of luck. Well, dear colleagues, I will be honest with you. I asked Professor Torra if the AI will replace the podcast hosts, and she told me that they would not be as charming as we are.
Of course not.
Actually, I lied, she just nodded. Ouch. Mrs. President, we really enjoyed the chat we had today. I swear I did not use AI to create the questions. It was pure natural intelligence. Dear friends, I hope you too had a good time as we had here in the communication hub of the ERA Congress. Artificial intelligence is there and is rapidly changing the way we work, we interact, we live. I think that more podcasts will follow in the future as things are going really fast. Stay tuned for more podcasts on very interesting issues available on many platforms like YouTube, Spotify, and of course, the ERA site.